Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I will be reading an abridged version of The Proposal, a play in one act by Anton Chekhov. Chekhov was a Russian playwright and short story writer. He is considered to be one of the greatest writers of short fiction in history. His work is noted, among other things, for its realistic dialogue and keen insights into human relationships. The Proposal has three characters: Stepan Stepanovich Chubakov, a landowner; Natalia Stepanovna, his daughter, 25 years old; and Ivan Vasilievich Lomov, a neighbor of Chubakov, also a landowner. The setting is Chubakov's country house. The play opens with Lomov entering the drawing room in Chubakov's house, wearing a dress jacket and white gloves. After some hesitation, Lomov tells Chubakov that he has come to ask for the hand in marriage of Chubakov's daughter, Natalia Stepanovna. Chubakov is delighted. He embraces and kisses Lomov and rushes off to call Natalia. As Lomov waits in the drawing room, he reflects out loud about his reasons for wanting to propose. Natalia Stepanovna is a good housekeeper and is well educated. He is already 35, and he needs a quiet and regular life because he suffers from palpitations, is full of aches and pains, and always gets upset. Then Natalia Stepanovna enters. "Well, there you are. How do you do, Ivan Vasilievich?" "How do you do, honored Natalia Stepanovna?" "The weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Just think, I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm afraid my hay may rot. But what's this? Why, you're in evening dress. Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what?" "You see, honored Natalia Stepanovna, the fact is, I've made up my mind to ask you to hear me out. You must know, honored Natalia Stepanovna, that I have long had the privilege of knowing your family. The Lomovs and the Chubakovs have always had the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land is a near neighbor of yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birchwoods." "Excuse my interrupting you. You say my oxen meadows? But are they yours?" "Yes, mine." "What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours." "No, mine, honored Natalia Stepanovna." "Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?" "How? I'm speaking of those oxen meadows which are wedged in between your birchwoods and the burnt marsh." Yes, they're ours." "No, you're mistaken, honored Natalia Stepanovna. They're mine." "Just think, Ivan Vasilievich, how long have they been yours?" "As long as I can remember, honored Natalia Stepanovna. Oxen meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they're mine. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had got into the habit of regarding them as their own when it happened that—" "No, it isn't at all like that. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that oxen meadows were ours." "I'll show you the documents, honored Natalia Stepanovna. We've had the land for nearly 300 years, and then we're suddenly told that it isn't ours? Ivan Vasilievich, I can hardly believe my own ears." "Hear me out, I implore you. The peasants of your father's grandfather used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant— I can't make head or tail out of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. The meadows are ours, and that's all." "Mine." "Ours. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I tell you, they're ours, so there." "Natalia Ivanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I'm acting on principle. If you like, I'll make you a present of them. I can make you a present of them myself because they're mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vasilievich, is strange to say the least. Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impudent. Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land. Oxen Meadows are mine. It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows this very day. I'll give it to them in the neck. You dare. Oxen Meadows are mine, you understand. Mine, entered Chubikov. What's the matter? What are you shouting at? Papa, please tell this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he? Darling, the meadows are ours. But Stepan Stepanich, my aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got as accustomed to it as if it were their own. When it happened that, excuse me, my precious, you forget that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they're ours. I'll prove it to you that they're mine. You won't prove anything just by yelling. And if you propose to go on arguing about it, I'd much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. I, young man, am twice your age, and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and all that. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely? I'll have the matter taken to court. To court? You can take it to court, and all that you can. You Lemovs have had lunacy in your family, all of you. Your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt ran away with an architect, and so on. And your mother was humpbacked. Something pulling in my side, my head, help, water. Your father was a guzzling gambler. Oh, my heart, I can see stars. Where's my hat? It's dishonest. It's mean. Here's my hat, my heart. Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. Chubikov follows him. And don't set foot in my house again. Lemov staggers out. Devil take him. What a rascal! The villain, the scarecrow, the monster. And that blind hen, yes, that turnip ghost has the confounded cheek to make a proposal and so on. What a proposal! What proposal? Why, he came here so as to propose to you. To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me so before? So he dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the wizen-faced frump, to propose to me. Ah, bring him back, ah, bring him here. Bring whom here? Quick, fetch him. What's that? What's the matter with you? Oh, unhappy man that I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. I'm dying. Fetch him. Phew, at once. Don't yell. Chubikov runs out. Then he runs back in. He's coming and so on. Devil take him. Oof, what a burden. Lord, to be the father of a grown-up daughter. I'll cut my throat. Now you talk to him yourself. Chubikov exits. Lemov enters exhausted. My heart's palpitating awfully. There's something keeps pulling in my side. Forgive us, Ivan Vasilievich. We were all a little heated. I remember now. Oxen Meadows really are yours. My heart's beating awfully. My eyebrows are both twitching. The meadows are yours. Yes, yours. We were wrong. I did it on principle. My land is worth little to me, but the principle, yes, the principle, just so. Now let's talk of something else. The more so as I have evidence. My aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather's peasants. Yes, yes, let that pass. Are you going to start shooting soon? I'm thinking of it, but my dog Guess has gone lame. My very best dog. And I gave Mironov 125 rubles for him. It was too much, Ivan Vasilievich. I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog. Papa gave 85 rubles for his Squeezer, and Squeezer is heaps better than Guess. Squeezer better than Guess? Ha, what an idea. Of course, on points and pedigree, he's better. Excuse me, Natalia Stepanovna, but you forget that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper. He's all right at following, but if you want him to get hold of anything, our Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, while there's no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse. He is old, but I wouldn't take 5 Squeezers for him. There's some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vasilievich. First you pretend that the meadows are yours. Now that Guess is better than Squeezer. It's time your Guess was shot. Shut up! I shan't shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your Guess. 100 times worse. Be hanged to your Squeezer. There's no need to hang your silly Guess. He's half dead already. Shut up! My heart's bursting. I shan't shut up. Entered Chubikov. What's the matter now? Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog, our Squeezer or his Guess? Your Guess certainly has his good points, but, my dear man, that dog is old and he's short in the muzzle. My heart, I can't. What sort of a hunter are you anyway? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go tracking animals. You're not a hunter at all. And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the count. Oh, my heart. Shut up or I'll shoot you like a partridge. My heart's burst. My shoulders come off. Where is my shoulder? I die. A doctor. The mouth faints. Papa! What's the matter with him? Papa! Look, Papa! Ivan Vasilievich! Ivan Vasilievich! What have you done to me? He's dead! Who's dead? So he is. My word. Water. A doctor. Drink this. No, he doesn't drink. It means he's dead and all that. I'm the most unhappy of men. Why don't I put a bullet into my brain? Why haven't I cut my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. He seems to be coming round. Drink some water. That's right. I see stars. Where am I? Hurry up and get married. She's willing and all that. I give you my blessing and so on. Only leave me in peace. He's alive. Yes, yes, I'm willing. Kiss each other. Kiss whom? Ah, very nice, too. I'm happy. I'm happy, too. But still, you will admit now that Guess is worse than Squeezer. Better. Worse, worse, worse. Well, that's the way to start your family bliss. Champagne, champagne, Mr. Toastmaster.